Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today is a video that was suggested by you, and really it was not only a video suggestion, but I've gotten so many comments about, of course, Pudge starts walking around and tiptoeing around as soon as I turn the camera on. I need to get some socks for this guy on filming days. Anyway, I've gotten so many comments about my tent. Like, where is your tent? What happened to it? What are you even using it for? And the reason I have not shown my tent in a very long time is because for a while it became a place where things would go to die. So all of the plants that I no longer was in love with, plants that I really didn't have the capacity or the energy or motivation to rehab and get looking nice, they all just kind of ended up in there. And during the month of September, when I was purging my entire house, a lot of it just got thrown out. There were so many dead stumps. There were sticks in there that I don't know what anything was. And I was like, you know what? If I haven't missed it up until this point, I probably don't even need it. So I just chucked it. I cleaned out basically 3/4 of the tent and left a quarter of it to just stay in there to continue to rehab. But it has turned into kind of a new area that is bringing me a lot of joy, and I actually find it to be a great setup, and I think this is what I'm going to be using it for indefinitely, maybe, but I will show you guys what that is in a bit once we move into the plant room. But before we get started and I show you finally what's in my plant tent, today's video is sponsored by Skillshare. So if you don't know what Skillshare is or who Skillshare is, it's basically an online learning community that has thousands and thousands of classes that are made by other creators, people in your industry, where you can go and be inspired, learn new skills or refine new skills and really put them to work in useful ways or meaningful ways. One thing that I really like about Skillshare, one thing that I really love about Skillshare is that it's a learn by doing approach and learn on demand approach, meaning all of the classes that you want are at your fingertips whenever it's convenient for you. It works with your schedule and you learn things that you actually want to be learning, not things that you're forced to be learning. I've had quite a long journey on Skillshare up to this point. It started even before I was on YouTube. I used it for my small business. I learned different things in order for me to get my business up and running. And then once I was on YouTube, I really refined my skills on Final Cut Pro, which is the editing software that I use to make my videos. I took productivity and time management classes so that I could move into the 2 videos a week more comfortably, while also having my vlog channel. So for a good period of time, I was putting out 3 videos a week. It was wild. My schedule got crazy since then, but I really sort of mastered being as productive as I could possibly be throughout the day while still being a human being and still having time for myself. So that was really useful. And Skillshare has really kind of seen me through all different seasons in my career over the last few years. If you guys didn't know, I was freelancing on the side. I was doing some graphic design and branding work for different clients, and I'm lucky that I was able to acquire clients that understood my strengths and accepted my weaknesses as well, because I was self-taught. I didn't go to school for graphic design, so I knew that there were limitations to what I could do. But in this next chapter of my career on YouTube, I've been wanting to get merch out, and I know how to design, I know how to use different programs, but I didn't know quite enough to do an entire line of things from start to finish. When I was freelancing, I was always working with either a senior graphic designer, or I was working with someone who specialized in UX, UI, something like that. I always had sort of a team that I could fall back on. So for this project, it was really just me, and it felt daunting and it felt overwhelming. And even though I had designed things historically, this just seemed impossible. I didn't know where to start. I didn't know which manufacturers to reach out to. It was a whole process that took way too long. I mean, you guys know I've been talking about this since probably last year. And with taking extra classes on Skillshare on graphic design, I was confident enough to finally move forward with this project and get something like onto print, onto a shirt, and to you guys. So the class that I took recently in terms of graphic design was for Adobe Illustrator. I am very familiar with Adobe Photoshop. That's like my home. That's where I'm comfortable. Illustrator, I'm a little bit more like, I don't quite know exactly how to use everything. So I took this class called Adobe Illustrator CC Essentials Training by Daniel Scott. And this class covers basically everything you'd need to know in terms of the basics on Illustrator, like how to build custom shapes, alter fonts, vectorize images. And also, he has another follow-up class for advanced training, which is what I'm taking right now. And that one I think is going to be super useful when I want to release a line of merch with even more SKUs, since this one is going to be a little bit of a smaller run. With all of that said, I am finally able to say that I have merch out. It is out now. It released the same time this video went up, so you can check the link down here, or you can check the link in my description. I ship all over the place, worldwide. I don't know if there's any exceptions in terms of shipping. And as far as I know, my supplier says they can ship worldwide. It's just different turnaround time since it's made to order. It's printed to order as each order comes in. So it's not like I've ordered a bunch of stock and then it gets shipped out as you guys order it. It's literally made to order. So I really feel like a deep connection with Skillshare, and I feel like they've kind of seen, again, so many chapters of what I've been going through in my career over the last few years, and I feel like they've been such a good support in that way. So if you want to give Skillshare a try, the first 500 people to use my link will get access to one of Skillshare's best offers, which is 30 days free and 40% off your first year membership. Thank you again, Skillshare, for sponsoring today's video. I hope you guys love the merch. Please continue to watch this video, but maybe you can pause and go check out the website. I'm nervous. I'm super nervous. I don't know if you guys can tell I'm so fidgety because I've been like so anxious to like release this video, but it's finally out. I hope you guys love it. I'm very proud of it. Oh, and I'm wearing it. So this is Mr. Gordon. Alice has named him. So Mr. Gordon is a pumpkin. He is growing. This is my Dean McDowell in here. No drainage holes. And the back has, I don't know if you could see. This is part of the No Drainage Hose Club. So not No Drainage Holes Club, but the No Drainage Hose Club. So yeah, check out the website. You can see all the designs on there. I've tried to offer a range of things in terms of like the styles available and the colors. So we have crew necks, regular t-shirts, crop tops. I think I have a tote bag in there. And there are plenty of sizes. It ranges from extra small to 5X on the biggest one, but mostly 3X. The quality is absolutely there, you guys. I could live in this shirt. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's not like many shirts that are like screen printed on where it's like almost plasticky. It's literally a part of the shirt, and it's just such good quality. It's so soft. I love the lighting. The fit of it is like, it's everything. So I think there are two different kinds of shirt styles. You guys will have to look at like the specs of each shirt, because there's like a cotton one and then there's like an ultra soft cotton. Same with the sweatshirts. So give it a look, and I hope you like it. Okay, now that that is off my chest and I can breathe, oh my gosh, we're going to head into the plant room, and I'm just gonna finally show you guys what the heck has been going on in there. So we are at the tent, and I know it looks kind of crazy, but I swear there is a rhyme and reason to everything. So this is actually a brand new shelf, and I wanted to get a shelf that was like perfectly this size, but I couldn't find one, so this was the second best. You can see there is a little bit of space on each side, but what you're looking at now is essentially my new propagation area, my new rehab area. And this is where all of my propagations are going right away, just because I'm finding that everything roots so much faster in here, so much easier. My rehabs, they rehab a lot faster than they would on like my shelf in the plant room or in an EXO. So everything goes in here. The light setup is the same as it would have been as the last time you saw it. So I have all of my Barina bars in here. I think I have 6, 2 up here, 2 on each side, so it kind of like lights up from all angles. I have 2 computer fans in here that are basically running at all times. I just have it off right now because I'm filming. Down at the bottom is where a lot of my, I would say, yeah, mostly rehabs are going. I have some of my propagations in here that are gonna be sold in this bin. And then obviously you can see I've kind of set up all of the shelves to kind of perfectly fit all of my like domes and stuff. So this has been kind of a nice setup for me. I feel like I'm way less overwhelmed with my propagations than I've been historically. And as long as I have propagations going, I think this is what it's always gonna function as. So now that you guys know what it looks like in here and it's not just the wasteland that it was before, honestly, it was so bad before that I didn't even want to show you guys what it looked like. I was going to take you through the whole process of cleaning it out, getting the new shelves in, doing the whole thing, but it was like so depressing to look at that I was like, no, I don't want this on my channel. I don't want to remember this day. I just want to get it over with and block it out of my memory. Now I'm just going to, God, my hair. I'm just going to show you guys what's in here. I mean, from what I can remember, there's some that's like not labeled, but I'm just gonna kind of take you through all of the shelves, show you what I'm propagating, show you things that I'm selling and things that I'm rehabbing, just give you the whole work. I don't know if I should hold plants on this side. What you're looking at is the remnants of my Anthurium Moroccoianum Esmeralda. That one, I had 2 nice big leaves on it. It was growing just fine in my living room. It got spider mites, completely took over both leaves, was not fun to look at, so I chopped it off. I'm also gonna be kind of cleaning things out as I'm, oh, that was a fungus gnat. I'm going to be cleaning things out as I film this video too. Oh my God, the fungus gnat sitch in this house right now is not great. I'm getting close to just splurging and buying those, you know, those plug-in gnat catchers, like fruit fly gnat catchers, and they're basically like attracted to the light. I swear to you, I think I'm gonna try and install one. Oh, I got it. I think I'm gonna try and install one inside of here, not kidding. I'm gonna put one in my plant room. I'm gonna put one in every square foot of this house because I'm so over them. Anyway, these are 2 Jose Buonos that didn't sell in the last live sale, and that is because freaking Jessie had some of the nicest Jose Buonos for sale, and they were like dirt cheap. So of course nobody wanted these. I don't think I'm gonna try and sell these again, but maybe I'll offer them as freebies in Lauren's next purge, or not purge, in Lauren's next live sale, which is actually already going to happen. No. Yes. No. No, it's, sorry, it would have already happened by the time you guys watch this. Next one is this Hoya Polynura Brogette. That's flowering. Ew, it looks so icky. This thing, like, is rootless, completely rootless. I just cut this not too long ago and it decides, yeah, now I'm gonna push out a bunch of flowers. You guys, I don't know if you can see it, but all of my hairs are standing up. It's just the sight of these little clustered balls that freak me the absolute heck out. So this is one that I will be selling, but not quite yet because I don't know what the root situation is like. I highly doubt this has roots because seriously, I only cut it like a few days ago. Not a few days ago, like maybe a week and a half ago. Down here, I have the cutest little, what I believe is a glorious chunk from Amanda. There are certain plants she has in her collection that I too have in my collection, but some of hers I just really like the genetics of, so I just wanted a piece of that plant and I'm so happy she sent it. I'm pretty sure this is a glorious. Amanda, is this a glorious? I guess I could just text her. Here is one of my newest projects, courtesy of donated to me by Lauren. She had a couple elbows that went all white, so she let me take home one, and I'm trying to get this thing rooted, but I'm going to be doing a silica project with it. So right now it's not being treated with silica. This leaf has been on it for about 4 weeks and it's already browning. It's in the tent right in front of a light, so I think once we get some longer roots on here, I'm gonna transfer it to pon, and then I'm gonna start using silica and just seeing how long these leaves can last without any chlorophyll. My Hoya calistophylla that you would have seen in my last upload is also now in here. Honestly, I just potted it straight into soil. I don't know if I've never rooted a Hoya in soil. Thinking about it now, I should have done tree fern fiber because I have had luck rooting Hoyas in tree fern fiber and they rooted so fast. And I actually had a few comments on YouTube saying that their go-to substrate now for rooting Hoyas is tree fern fiber. So I may just I don't know, maybe not in this video, but maybe when I'm watching a movie tonight, I'll just mix a little bit of tree fern fiber into here. So I actually need to remove some of these because in my world, oh god, I hate how the lighting keeps going from dark to light. In my world, currently, the Instagram live sale on Lauren's Instagram is in a couple days. So tonight I actually have it on my to-do list to prep a bunch of the plants. So I think some of them are gonna be ready to go. This is another Jose Bueno that I'll be giving away. I have some pertusa. The pertusa is not actually to sell. I wanted to just keep it in here for rooting reasons. I don't know if you guys have heard the I don't know, the advice or whatever to add like a rooted pothos into your propagations because it'll make it root faster. I don't know. It seems very anecdotal. I don't think I've ever read any like scholarly articles that can back that, but I do it. So I've been using my pertusa as sort of a rooting hormone inside of the water. But I have some, what is this? Glad hands? Philodendron glad hands that I think some are rooted now. I'll have to check. But these ones are being sold. Those will be for sale. I have a scalprum here that also is going to be for sale. I'm just trying to get it rooted even more. A new leaf is coming in, which is great. So that's that. I have another bin. I have another thing of, oh my god, everything just popped out. I'm soaking wet, that's what she said. So another little prop thing. So this is the Angry Alice Gloriosum. This is the last cutting that I have. Actually, I might have a stump somewhere, but it had spider mites so bad that I just chopped it back down to nothing. This actually might be another Angry Alice or something of the sort. It could be because it had a super long stem. This is that new freaking alocasia that I bought. After I repotted it on camera, a couple days later it just tanked. Did not like that. But now I have it re-rooted. I do need to move this soon because I don't like alocasia roots to be too long in water before I move it because I find it's just a harder transition, especially if I'm wanting to, you guys, especially if I'm wanting to move it to something like soil. What the hell is this? Oh my god, this is so spooky. What is that? What is it? What is it? Never in my life have I seen something like this. And I think that this, you guys, this is something out of a freaking nightmare. I can see fungus gnat larvae breeding in here. Oh my hecking gosh. I am disgusted. I have goosebumps. Okay, I need to handle this. Give me 1 second. I caught a glimpse of myself and I look busted, you guys. I am overdue by like 3 days for a shower. But can we talk about how disgusting that was? In all of my years of plant growing and having just like the dirtiest, nastiest prop vessels, no drainage vessels, I have never seen anything like that in my life. Seriously, I have goosebumps again just thinking about it. Why was it like, it was like creating a new colony of something, and I do think I bred a different kind of mold. Oh, maybe, oh, I was like, maybe this is an Angry Alice. No, this is a Gloriosum silver that is now finally pushing out a leaf. I feel like it's been in here for so freaking long. Guess who else is also in here in the freaking sad rehab club? Some of you probably are not even surprised, but my batwing alocasia. So after I repotted this, it did fine. I was very light on the watering, and I usually do that when I repot my alocasia, and it's always been fine. But I did the whole thing where I water light, and then I'm supposed to add more water a few days later. Guess who did not add water? So the whole thing just dried out. So now I'm just rerooting it in water. I think some of these can come out now. So this was from my last thing that I propagated, and she's rooted now. She is definitely rooted. I have a few Syngonium chia pens in here that I think can be sold in the live sale. They should all be rooted, I think. And I hope they are, because I need space in my tent. Roots, lots of roots. Not quite any new leaves on it yet. I can see this one has a growth point coming in at the base. So I'm gonna take all of these out, all the same. I think there's like 4 of them in here. Oh, this was the top cutting. Lots and lots of roots. This is a new leaf, and there's another one coming out. So yeah, these are more than ready. This is another plant that truly I should just get rid of. I think this is what remains of my philodendron, either Quillellii round or Quillellii round. I don't know. I have another big old chonkaroni in here. I don't know who this is. It must be some kind of gloriosum. But yeah, I didn't label it because I'm the worst. Here's another plant that like I really tried so hard to love. Not to love. I do love this plant. It's one of my favorite climbing philodendron. And that is the Philodendron Emerald Dense. This was one of like the first plants that I ever added to my wish list. I've had maybe 3 of them now, and each time it has been essentially the same thing, and I just find it so hard to grow. I think that Lauren also had this experience with the Emerald Dense, and I think I'm just over it now. I just don't know if it's for me. So yeah, I'm gonna just sell this. As much as I don't want to like part with it, and as much as I wish that I had like the patience to give it another try, I'm not in that space anymore. So I gotta repot these ones, and these ones can be for sale too. In here I have one of my elbow props, which I don't have a lot of faith that this one is gonna have nice variegation. The auxiliary node kind of lands on a little bit of like a stripy green side. Like I wish it was on this side with the half moon, but unfortunately it's on this side. So might not get anything from this, but it's a little bit sad right now. I don't know what the root situation is like. Oh, I can see some roots in here. I don't know why the leaf is so like wilted, but this is actually one of my friends, so I'm gonna just see how that turns out and give it some time. This one is, Alice, don't look away. This is what's left of my ficus. Frick, what is the name? Ficus, the fuzzy one. It's the fuzzy one. Ficus, frickin' heck. I'm just gonna throw up the name because I can't remember it right now. But it's that really, really cool, super, super hairy, fuzzy ficus. I love it so much. I think this is one that once it gets going again, I think I'm gonna try and get back up a grid wall in one of my exos and maybe have it climb that. And I think what I'm gonna try and do is submerge the grid wall in like some kind of long, maybe one of my Muji boxes where I plant my crawlers in, and basically always have the moss submerged so that the wall is always wet. Of course, I will take you guys with me once I get all of that installed. Me and Alice are actually going to a plant shop this week because I want to get a few fake plants for the EXO. Don't roast me just yet. Just trust me, okay? But I'm gonna do a whole video on it, so don't you worry. Oh, this is my Thai constellation from Bros with Hose. I did repot this one on camera too and kind of show what happened, and it was just a case of root rot as expected. Luckily, my big Thai, I haven't touched it at all. It's doing just fine. So many new roots that have come in, but this one, not so good. It hasn't yellowed at all since the repot. I do think it's on the mend. We're gonna just wait and see. I don't have high hopes that I'm gonna see roots or like a new leaf anytime soon, but you know, as long as it doesn't die, we're all good. I have some Ripsalis in here, so I am selling these through Lauren. The sucky thing is though, is she can't ship these to the US. It requires a special kind of permit and license to get it out of the country. And unfortunately, she doesn't have those permits. So these are gonna be within Canada only. But these are all rooted now, so I do think that I can get these repotted. I'm actually planning this week my my week of plant things, so I'm just setting aside plants that I can repot this week so I don't forget about them. So that's it for the bottom down here. Now we're gonna move up. I have shown these one, I think I showed these two in my last week of. They're so cute. Look at these two little crystal blacks. Sometimes I have a hard time letting go of props because I'm just like, I'm sorry, but who allowed you to be this cute? So I propagated my crystal black. I cut it into 3 or 4 pieces. I think I might have one more piece in there somewhere, but I'm kind of contemplating whether I want to sell the one that I kept for myself because this one is so round. Look at the little cute little lobes. The one that I kept looked more like this, or looks more like this. But I don't know, they're both so adorable. I really do have a hard time. I think I have a harder time letting go of Anthurium props than I do philodendron props. Don't ask me why. But yeah, these two, or there will be 2 ready to go for the live sale. Continuing on, oh my gosh, my El Choco stumps finally wanted to wake up. I don't know what the hecky took so long. You guys, I propagated this like in 2021. Okay, fine. Not 2021, but a very long time ago. And only now have they started to wake up. So we're just gonna keep them going. They're still really tiny right now. I wanna wait until they're a little bit bigger before I transplant them and sell. I'm not keeping any. I have, honestly, I think I'm just gonna either give these away or I'm just gonna throw it out. I can see some mold forming in here already, but these are Rhaphidophora pertusa sticks. I have the cutest little dark phoenix prop from my mother plant. I think that Lauren said she wanted to buy this one. I can't remember. If not, I'm gonna sell this through her live sale. I was gonna wait until it was a lot bigger so that I could get more for it, but now that it's like nearing winter, she's a little bit more hesitant about like shipping plants. So I have to think about it. I do still think that there's like a demand for it here locally, so I may hang on to this a little bit longer and sell it locally once it's bigger, because you guys, I have Pudge's surgery to pay for and it's not looking good. Okay, next one is another Anthurium Brielle. So this one is from Amanda. I got it from Amanda. This one has Dock Block lineage and it's so cute. It is very similar, I would say, to the Crystal Hope or the Silver Blush. I can't remember which one it looks like, but it does have, I would say, like a darker green leaf. More pronounced venation, I can't remember, but I really am loving mine. Mine has pushed out 2 new leaves in the last few weeks, and I feel like with every leaf, I just love it even more. So I did sell 1 or maybe 2 Brielles in one of the live sales, and they were smaller than this, or maybe this size. So this one is definitely ready to fly the coop now. Talking about the Brielle, I'm not gonna open it, but I've got another one in here that is ready to go. This is my Anthurium Queen of Hearts stump from Amanda as well, and I'm finally seeing, look at that little nubbin waking up. I'm very excited. I didn't really have the Queen of Hearts on my wish list at all until I saw it in person at Lauren's shop when she imported a bunch, and they are actually very, very beautiful. I wouldn't say that it's like my favorite of all time, or like even maybe like top 5. Maybe not even in top 10, but it does have a beautiful, beautiful leaf, and I think it's such a nice contrast to a lot of the Anthurium that I have in my collection. And I'm trying to like have like a good assortment of Anthurium. I don't want to just like collect an Anthurium because it's like a popular one or it's from a really like prolific grower or something. I want Anthurium that like I actually love the way that it looks regardless of who it came from. And I want them to like not really all look the same, but all kind of complement each other in different ways, and I don't want just like all dark leaf Anthurium. Not that I don't love the way that looks, but because all of my Anthurium are growing on my shelf, I want like a nice interest of like very silvery Anthurium, some that are like really long leaf, and I hope that makes sense. So I think the Queen of Hearts is going to be a nice addition once I can get those going. In these silly little things, I have my a Ninger tent. So Alice gave me a massive Ninger tent. You guys would have seen it on her YouTube. This one looks a little nasty. Sometimes I just look to see if there are springtails. This one is just looking a little bit dark. So she gave me, yeah, that huge Ninger tent that she was growing. I think she was just like overwhelmed by the size of it. Oh no, that's so firm. And so she gave it to me. I was growing it here for a while. It got spider mites, so I just chopped it back down to a stump, and I don't think she would have any objections to that. Okay, so those are all naying. Let me just like shove things back because I don't want to make like a big giant mess or anything. Okay, this next shelf is both exciting and disappointing at the same time. So the first one that I'm going to show you is this little cutie pie. I think this is my... I don't know. It's one of my Amanda plants. I think that this is the RA5, and it pushed out. So this was a little offset that came from one of my plants. I just separated it, and this grew inside of a dome, and it was all squished up against the side, so you can see like how pinched it got. But it's so cute otherwise. Like, I can't believe how adorable and tiny it is. Like, look how precious that is. So this is another one that will be ready to go for the sale. So here, nothing to look at. This is just a King of Spades stump that I don't even know if it's alive, to be honest. And then in some of these cups, I have my corms that I would have shown you guys when I propagated it and harvested them on camera. This one isn't doing much. I don't even know if the corm is alive in there. But I have two scalprums. I already sold one of them to a friend, but now I have two to sell for the live sale, so I'm gonna take these out. I think this one actually has 2 plants in it. And then sad news is that of all of my Frydecks, most of them are white. Like, look at all these white leaves. I don't know what it is. Like, it was so many duds. I was like, okay, maybe of all of these corms, I'll have like 1 or 2 white plants. But no, most of them are white. This one looks nice, but then again, like, look how nice this leaf was. Like, gorgeous. And then the newest leaf is all white. So this is a reason why I really don't like selling Frydeck corms, because imagine if I like sold this the same price that I sold this as a corm. Like, that just doesn't seem fair. So not only am I paranoid about people like painting me as a scammer, because it's happened before, I just feel like you should wait, especially with variegated corms. Wait till it comes out, because you really don't know what's going to happen. So these obviously are not going to be for sale, but I might just turn them into another silica project. I don't know. I have 2 here that are variegated. I don't know. I was going to sell these in the live sale, but now I'm like, is the second leaf that comes out of it going to be white too? I don't know. Look, more white. I just have a bunch of white Frydecks. Freaking sucks, man. Back here is something. I don't know what. It looks like it has variegation though. I really hope it's not another Jose. I think, oh, there's springtails. I think this is a white princess. I can see a little bit of pink in it, so it could be a white princess. I don't even know why I have that propagating. Moving up now, I've got a bunch of Pallies, Anthurium pallidiflorums. I just chopped when I repotted. Why do I have Palli anyway? I must have repotted mine and then just chopped like some of the bottoms off. So far there are no roots and no activated growth point, but they're all still very green and they look healthy, so that's good. Oh my gosh, look at all these fungus gnats flying around in here. What the heck, you guys? I'm so tired of this. They're like, it's like fungus. There's 3 of them in there. That is so nasty. I almost want to just keep them in there and just let them die slowly. Over here, I have 4 alocasia mellows that I harvested from my plant, the new plant that I got. And I really didn't think anything would come out of them, but they all sprouted now, so I'll have some mellow babies soon. This is certainly something. I don't know what. It's pink. It's pink. What are you guys thinking? It's a crawler. It has a pink caterpillar. It's not a dean. I haven't chopped my dean yet. It's not the pasta. I threw away my pasta. I don't know. I have no idea. It'll be a surprise. I think most of these, if not all of them, should be ready to go. This was also from my last batch. My last batch of propagation. So I have a bunch of silver. Oh my fungus gnats. I feel like crying. Okay, so I have a bunch of like Skindapsis silver clouds that are ready to go. I really don't even know if there's going to be interest for this. You guys, I feel disgusting. I feel like a corpse right now with all of these flies flying around me. And how do they fly so fast? They all seem to be rooted and pushing out new leaves now. So I'm going to include these in the sale. Before I sell any of these, I'm going to be treating everything with mosquito dunk water because this is ridiculous. And I just dropped that. Now there's soil everywhere, so that's good. I love that for me. I love when things like this happen to me. Next one, another Hoya Polynura Broguette tug test. I do think it's rooted. I can see some roots on here. So this one is going to be ready to go too. I'm so happy to like be moving some of these because I have an excess of propagation still on my shelf that I want to move into here. I have this Hoya Viola that I'm sure is also ready, feeling nice and firm in there. And then a bunch of those cissus that I propagated in that video too, all rooted, pushing out new growth. Some of them are pushing out new growth, like this one. Unfortunately, this is another one that cannot be shipped to the States. She can only ship it within Canada. So I'm very sorry to all of my US friends who wanted a cissus. Okay, so all of that can go. Oh my goodness, I have way more to sell than I thought. Okay, moving up. 2 shells to go. Esqueleto. Not gonna keep this one. This is another one that I'm selling. And I think all of these can go too. All of these things are flying the coop. So these are all of my Rios that I also propagated in that choppy video. Some of them even have brand new leaves, which is really cool. Sorry, I will show you one. Like this one pushed out a new leaf. It's not the most amazing leaf, but it is a Rio. I'll sell these for super cheap. So this is another little thingy from Amanda. I do think this is more glorious or gloriosum. I can't remember, but it's a little bit too small to tell right now. This one is more gloriosum. I don't know why I have so many gloriosum. To be honest, I might just chuck out some of them. This is one El Choco Red. This was the top cutting and it has been frozen in time for forever. This is a red crystal port, one of my favorite Anthuriums from Amanda. It's a stump right now, but I can see it's the tiniest little, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but the tiniest little auxiliary bud that has come awake, and it's so, I've never seen one so tiny. But this is gonna be a good one because it's such a fun hybrid. This one I got from a friend. This is called the Alocasia venusta. And of course there's a freaking fungus gnat. You guys, my tent seems to also be where the fungus gnat party is. It seems that's where they're all breeding. So I'll throw in a photo of what an Alocasia venusta is. It's a pretty cool alocasia. I think there are 2 or 3 corms in here, but it looks like only one of them. Oh my gosh, there's fungus gnats everywhere. Oh my gosh, I'm panicking. It's drawn to my ring light. Sorry, I just clapped so close to the thing. I just saw all these fungus gnats. I'm scared right now. I'm scared for my life. I think as soon as this video ends, I am gonna order those freaking fungus gnat catcher things. Okay, so here's another red crystal port, and it has another leaf on the way. I wanted to wait until this got bigger to sell, and honestly I might. I'm not super pressed on having this sold in Lauren's live sale, just because I do think I can find someone locally that will buy it. But I want to wait until the leaves get bigger, because right now they're just like little stumps. And then more gloriosum from Amanda. Amanda, you want to text me and tell me what these little guys are? Do I have just like 10,000? Do I have all of your glorious stumps? Is that what happened? I wouldn't be opposed to it. Her glorious is beautiful. And then this one, I texted her a picture of this. I was like, what is this? And she's like, why did I send you that? She told me to throw it away. But I think I'm gonna grow this out, and I'm gonna grow this in my bedroom, because over the winter, I'm not actually putting any grow lights in there over the winter. I have my Thai constellation in there, and I just don't think that it's going to survive over the winter. So I'm gonna move that into the plant room. And then I'm gonna move lower light plants, including some Anthurium, into my bedroom, because I think they'll be okay. So this is gonna be one of them. They actually have a pretty cool leaf once they get bigger. Very different than any of the alocasia. This is not an alocasia. Anthurium that I have in my collection. So this is a keeper. Sorry, Amanda, but I'm keeping it. And that is it. That's all she wrote, folks. What we have learned today is that I am breeding fungus gnats. So if you are in the market for a fungus gnat, hit me up. I've got quite a few to go around, and they'll be free. So all you have to do is pay for shipping. Okay, my arse hurts from sitting on this chair for so long. I filmed like a 3 or 4 hour long video before this one, so I'm tired. My voice hurts, my throat hurts. Not only does my throat hurt, but my voice hurts. And my voice, hearing my voice is also hurting my ears. So yeah, I'm gonna go, you guys. Thank you guys for watching another video. Please don't forget to give the merch some love. I hope you guys like it, because Mr. Gordon makes me very happy. And if you guys want to be part of the No Drainage Hose Club too, all you need is one of these shirts and you're in. You're in. I would say to tune into Lauren's live sale to snag some of these plants up, but unfortunately it's gonna go up a day too late. Thanks again for watching another video, and I will see you in the next one.